And now to the billion-dollar battle over YouTube. Many use that popular site to look at amateur videos like the one you're seeing there. But Viacom says you're watching their shows on YouTube instead of watching them on TV. And now the judge presiding over Viacom's federal lawsuit has ordered YouTube to tell Viacom who's been watching its videos and when. With more on this, we're joined again by Dan Colarusso. He's the managing editor of Portfolio.com. The first question is, well, hold on a minute. YouTube knows what we've been watching and when?
YouTube knows what you've been watching and when. They don't track it for themselves, but that information is there. Google has it. Their database prowess is, unrivaled in the industry. So they have everything. They have all your information.
And what's the point? What's the point of getting this information?
Well, the point actually is in some terms for marketing, but for the most part, it's just a technological ability to collect it.
And why does Viacom want it?
Viacom wants it now because people have been watching their shows and they're not getting paid for it.
And they want to know who you are.
Well, they're saying they actually don't want to know who you are. They just want to know how much money or how much of YouTube's content is coming from their shows in the Colbert Report or the Daily Show, as opposed to dancing cats and skateboarding dogs.
Well, perhaps not surprisingly, the #2 video on YouTube right now actually deals with this issue. This is what user sxephil had to say on his YouTube show. Listen.
Now, does it make me angry that a federal judge with no idea how the internet works ordered this? Yeah. Does it make me angry that the U.S. government does not care about my privacy? Yeah. Does it really, really make me angry that Viacom has all my information, including my IP address, everything I search, any video I've watched, any video I've posted, anything that's been deleted? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, bleep aside, does he have a point?
He does have a point. He has a point in the sense that the internet has always been kind of a frontier, and it's fun, and people feel like this is their very private, personal information, and where they go and what they look at is their own to know about, and not anyone else's. Unfortunately, they've run into a wall in the lawsuit and in commerce.
But this isn't the first time that these privacy issues have been raised. I mean, are people laboring under a delusion here that what they're looking at on the internet is really private?
I believe as the money gets bigger, yes, they are laboring under that delusion. Viacom, this is worth $1 billion lawsuit to Viacom. So what's it going to be worth going forward to other networks, other content providers, music companies, all along the way?
Let me read a statement. This is actually from, who is this from? Google, sorry. It says, we're disappointed the court granted Viacom's overreaching demand for viewing history. We're asking Viacom to respect users' privacy and allow us to anonymize the logs before producing them under the court's order. Okay, we joked about this before. Right. Anonymize, new word, but what does it refer to, and is it actually possible?
It has a deep meaning, and it's a key here going forward. It's possible to redact all the user information and just break down for Viacom what's been watched. It's not a matter of who's watching it, at what time, how old are you, and have you ever bought anything on eBay.
Well, let me do Viacom's statement. Fair is fair. This isn't a court of law, but let's read it. It says, YouTube and Google have put us in this position by continuing to defend their illegal and irresponsible conduct and profiting from copyright infringement when they could be implementing the safe and legal user-generated content experience they promise. So what do they do to make sure there's not copyright infringement?
Well, they take things down that are infringed upon, that are obviously, but I don't think they can police it as well as they'd like, and there are also, people put up clips as opposed to a whole show. Is there a nuance there? So it's still a frontier, and the courts haven't caught up with the technology yet, and that's the big problem.
Okay, and you said this might actually set some precedent.
It may going forward. We'll see how the privacy and the anonymization works out.
Okay, Dan Colarusso, thank you so much. Colarusso, I didn't mean to mispronounce that. Gosh, I'm sorry. Thanks so much for explaining it to us.